So out of the track right now is the New Zealand Production Saloon Championships. Heat number 2, this is Group C and Group D, or Group 3 and 4, whichever way you want to look at it. So this is a Crichton Sandblasting, Group 3 going up against the Hire Crane Services, Group 4. A big thanks to both of those sponsors for helping out with this championship here tonight. Let's have a quick run through and see who's out there in group number 3. We've got Pam Nixon in the 7N car, 11T. Our flying friend out there, Jeff Friend from Cromwell, the 17 GM car of Keith McKay. We're also 21T, another great racer in the form of Ron Cool. Then we have 22T, another Cromwell driver, Cameron Reedy. He's out there in the Subaru. Then we go back to 26I of Asher Clemens. Then we go back to 44I of Shane Carson. 78I, one to watch out for in my books, is Aaron Rawcliffe. He's had some great racing this season. 87N from Nelson, Jeff Watson. That's your Group 3. Group 4, we also have another local in the form of Monique Maynard out there in the 4T. And we have Anne-Marie Warrender out there in the 11H. Then we have Caitlin Taylor in the 15E. Tony Jones is piloting 23I tonight. Steve Clemens in the 25I car. Then we go back to 49I in the form of Steve Broad. 67D, hard charger, Regan Constable. 75C, Matt Sherlock. 85D, Cullum Stanley. And then we have Dylan Mountney out there in the 99I car. So another full field for this one. As a Crichton Sandblasting ute brings them around. Chalk line is out, ready to go. Darryl holds up the 2 laps to go board. As these drivers are going to get ready to kick this one off. Asher Clemens is on the inside of row number 1. Then outside of that, Dylan Mountney, so he's got the job of controlling the start of this one. Position 2 always does that here at Speedway, unless later on we have a restart with the Super Saloons, but we'll talk about that when we get to that. Cam Reedy in the 22 car. Metro Graphics sponsored entry. He's the inside of row number 2 as they come through now. Turn number 3 and 4, still got 1 to go, 1 lap to go. Board is out, showing. Then outside of Cameron Reedy in the 49I car will be Stephen Broad. Then we go back to row number 3, and on the inside of that is Jeff Watson. And outside in the 75C car will be Matt Sherlock. New paint job on that car, looking fantastic. But our hard charging Jeff Friend back there in 11T. He's about mid-track, mid-pack. So come round now. This time it'll be a start through turn number 3, round to turn number 4. Another one to watch is the 15E car of Caitlin Taylor as the green flag drops and they're off. Who gets the first charge down to the corner? And it looks like it's in the form of Dylan in the 99I car right round the outside from turn number 2. Sherlock, he wants it there as well. Gets into turn number 2 in second position. Oh, there's a few cars making contact. Oh, big hit down there for Katrina Taylor in the 15E car. Bonnet not in the right shape as it should be in the front of that car and heads to the centre of the track. Hopefully not too much damage to the radiator in that. And we'll keep going. Sherlock right on the back bumper of Dylan as they head down to turn 1 and 2. They have charged away from the pack as the rest of them go through 4, 5 wide down into turn number 1. Doesn't always work, but they've managed to get away with it. So we'll be officially racing. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen, coming through into 3rd position. He started about mid-pack. Jeff Friend in the 11T car. In fact, he started way back on about the 6th or 7th row, and he's up to 2nd position now. He's got a bit to catch the leaders. They've got about a turn in it, about 5 seconds for Jeff to catch up, but he launched himself right round the outside of everybody and is doing a great job with a bit more biffo going on further back in the pack. Down there in turn number 2, no change at the front. It's Monterey out in the front, then it's Sherlock not far behind. Monterey doing a great job to fend off Sherlock. Then it's a lonely way back there towards Jeff Friend. It was 5 seconds point last time. We'll have to see what it is this time around as they come to collect lap number 4. Sherlock glued to the back bumper of the 99i car. He goes for the pass round the outside into turn number 1. Can he get it to stick? Looks like he can. Sherlock high into turn number 2, but it's working for him. Out there in front now, Matt Sherlock, as we've got Monique Maynard stopped over there in the 4T car. Just before the entry of turn number 3, this will bring out a yellow. No, away she goes. Oh, damage to the front of that car. Both tyres looking at each other in the front. That's not the way you want it. She's trying to get it to safety. We'll have to see what the Mitre Speedway New Zealand officials say as Sherlock now has managed to pull away 4 or 5 car lengths. Jeff Friend still a ways back. He's got a lot to do. Cameron Reedy. He's the next one in 4th position. Under fire now, though, from Clement as they head down towards turn number 3. Manages to hold on to that position, but another hard charge. I've talked about it before. Comes across the line. And that's a form of Constable. A rear bumper missing. That's nothing unusual. Bit of rubbing going on now through turn number 2 between Constable and Reedy. But Constable gets a position. And he's up to 4th as they head down to turn number 3 and 4. Jeff Friend can't do much about the distance between himself and Montenay in front. He's a ways back. He's just got to defend off a hard charging Clements, but he's probably too far back to do anything. The real scrap's going on back further with Jones and Reedy going at it. Jones comes off best, and there's Rawcliffe. As I said, Rawcliffe's had some great runs this year in this championship. In the productions, he races here quite a bit down in Invercargill and Dunedin, so he knows the track. And he's sitting a wee ways back, 8 laps down. We've got the 12 to go to finish it. Is now Sherlock. He's into a few back mark. He's got Ron Cool in front of him. Comes across one of the rear wheel drives of the 44 car. So it's heating up there at the moment as everybody's playing nicely, but you've got to get past the back markers like everybody else. Struggling a little bit, isn't holding him up too much. It's a wee base back to Montenay now. A bit of smoke coming out of the back of the 99 car. Keep an eye on that. Hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. Jeff Friend still a lonely 3rd. But now Constable, he wants another position. Looks like he's managed to do it in front of Jones. So Constable, the hard charger in this field. So the 63D car out of Dunedin doing all the hard work. White flag has come out. So it will be the checkered this time for Sherlock. As he's heading down towards turn number 3 now. He's in amongst the back markers. He's not going to worry too much about it. As he comes across the line, checkered flag. Great work by Matt Sherlock to win heat number 2. Second across the line is in the form of the 99i car of Monterey. Then we go back to Jeff Friend. Jones just manages to pip Constable as they got stuck behind some back markers there. So Constable, great job to get past Jones, but Jones came back. The quickest out there on the track that time was in fact Jones with that last lap of a 20.4. So great effort. If we look up and down the timesheets, there's not many drivers in that slot. Next fastest would be Constable in a 20.71. As soon as those drivers got some clear air, they were pretty quick. The next fastest, we go back to Sherlock on a 20.74, and then the last one is Rawcliffe on a 20.89. No one else there in the 20s. So let's see some of these drivers clear the traffic around them and show just what a speed they've got. And that's what they need to do to get as many points as possible. So that's heat number 2 done and dusted for the productions.